Hey everyone, this is Matt Cameron. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. We are so excited for you to hear our conversation with H. Alan Scott, who, among many talents, is the co-host of a fantastic, first of its kind, Golden Girls recap podcast called Out on Lanai. If you're not familiar, please give it a listen. You can start with the episode featuring me and Phyllis, which is dropping very soon. If you're already a fan of Out on the Lanai and you're here after listening to that episode, welcome. We are so glad to have you. Please let us know you're here, leave a review, give a shout out, and most of all, enjoy the episode.
Nipple
I didn't even
cream.
know there was such a thing as a nipple cream.
Yeah. I know we talked about women fighting and pitting women against each other, but in that moment, it was juicy.
Yes.
And then he dipped me into the water during the prayer. And the only thing I was thinking of was not Jesus, was not Brigham Young. It was that my head was next to his penis. And
So you guys met backstage.
yes, we did,
For a
Phyllis.
few minutes, yes.
Well, let me
Yeah.
just say before you even get started that we had a moment where you have never seen The Godfather.
I've
never
How
seen
is that not
it.
possible?
I
And we're
don't-
friends.
I know.
It doesn't
I
make any
know,
sense.
No
I
sense.
know.
You can't be friends with an Italian or even be a fan of the Golden Girls, which we will be talking about, and not have seen The Godfather.
Oh my God.
I'm not even Italian, although my mother did marry an Italian, so
Yeah,
there's been one Italian in us somewhere. But you have to see The
I know.
Godfather.
I'm gonna watch
and
it tonight
I,
now. I'll
a
watch
funny
it.
story. I was 16 and my parents wouldn't let me go see the movie.
Really?
Unless I went with them and they weren't going to take me. And I said, but all my friends have seen it. I don't care what all your friends are doing. You're not going to see it. And I said, why? She goes, well, there's a sex scene. And I said, Mom, I know what it is. It's on page 36. I read the
Yes.
book with Sonny and the...
Mario Puzo.
That's right.
Yep.
And so they take me to the movie. How fun to go see a movie. The first time I'm in between Rose and Bruno,
Yeah.
and the sex scene's coming up.
Oh,
And
how awkward.
it was awkward. So my mother says, oh, honey, to my father, Phyllis, bend down and tie your shoe and don't come up until I tell you. And I thought, she doesn't mind that I see 20 people getting their heads blown off.
Yeah.
But the sex scene with Sonny and the bridesmaids,
Yeah.
remember? That she didn't want me to see.
I have a very similar experience,
You-
not with The Godfather, but with Boogie Nights. My family, I was raised Mormon. We went to go see Boogie Nights because I think my family thought maybe it was a musical or something. I don't know what they thought. And then we were sitting throughout the entire film, and the last scene of the film, I don't know if you've ever seen it,
Yes.
but there's a very long appearance of
Yes,
something
very
very
long.
long. and you saw a lot of it, and my mom mortified. I mean, here I am, Mormon family. There's like a million of us. I mean, and we're all just taking up one row, and there's this big old. How filthy can I get here? I'll keep it kind of clean. But there's a big old piece of phallic in
Yes.
front of
Yeah.
us, and my mom trying to like figure out how to like contextualize this moment for all these Mormon boys that she's surrounded by says, look at it. A life in pornography only leads to a life of drug use and shame. So you should be proud of your
Wow.
small penises.
Oh,
Because I mean, in that film, everyone has a small penis next to Dirk Dickler.
Yes, yes.
You know?
And Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
And-
I mean, well, I feel like Mark Wahlberg's dick is probably average size. But I am interviewing him in a few weeks, so I'll
You are?
ask. Yes.
Did we fall?
Maybe that's Mark Wahlberg's
Like-
ghost. That Mark Wahlberg wants us to feel like he has a big dick.
There you go.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
I feel like it's
I think it's
average.
fine. I think it's fine. It's not
Yeah.
small. I'm not saying Mark Wahlberg's
Right.
dick is small.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
He's
like a
from
husband.
Boston. Everyone
But-
I've been with from Boston is
But
fine.
what didn't he do? No, that was his who did the
Donnie? Which one?
The Calvin Klein.
Oh, that was Mark.
that was
Was
That
that
was
Mark?
Mark. And I'm just saying he had to grab it with one hand.
right.
Yeah.
So
That's a very good point.
the same.
All right, so I want to hear because I'm new meeting you, so I
Yes.
want to hear how everything got started with you.
Well, Matt.
Well, so let's introduce our guest.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
So-
yeah, we could. That would be good.
So our guest today, Phyllis, you met him backstage.
Yes.
His name is H. Alan Scott. He is a podcaster, a writer, a comedian.
Well,
also-
obviously, comedian.
Yeah. Oh,
Also a contributor for Newsweek.
yes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that.
We met at a podcast event a few months ago.
Uh-huh. Golden Girls podcast.
Yes. And H. Alan Scott is also the host of one of the best Golden Girls, actually the best Golden Girls
Oh, well, thank
podcast,
you.
Out on the Lanai. You've been hosting it since 2014.
Yeah.
Which is a very long time to be in the podcasting world. So
I
we're kind of
know.
in the presence of podcasting royalty.
Oh, well, I
we're
wouldn't
the
go that
noobs.
crazy.
We're
So-
noobs.
Yeah.
So
you guys
how-
are doing great. The set.
I love
mean,
it.
Thank
The
you.
money. Yes.
So how'd you get interested in doing a podcast about the Golden Girls?
Well, so I had been doing stand-up for a long time, and I've always talked about the Golden Girls. It's part of every gay person's identity who's a millennial or anything
Yes.
above. And so I got approached by my now co-host Carrie Doherty Bush about doing a podcast, and I told her, because I was doing stand-up and sort of actively on the scene, and I told her that I would do it on the condition that it isn't just a bunch of dudes sitting around talking, because I hated that. In that era, that was the podcast world.
right.
It was very much just like comedians just talking with no plan or guide.
Right.
And I wanted to be the first Golden Girls podcast. I didn't want to have, there could not be another one before us. If there was, I wouldn't do it. And we figured out that we would be the first. There wasn't, because there really had not been, there was a Saved by the Bell recap podcast. But other than that, there were no other recap podcasts. This was before Office Ladies or, any of them that are out now.
Yeah.
And so I was really proud that we were able to sort of be in that space and sort of figure it out. I mean, the first 2014, the audio is not so great. So like it wasn't, there was a different era.
Yeah.
But we figured out a rhythm to it. And what I love about it, what I'm so grateful about it so much is that, it's not fucking, I'm sorry, can I curse?
Yeah.
It's not like, crazy massive like Joe Rogan numbers. No one wants to be Joe
No
Rogan.
one wants to. No.
But like, it's a beautiful little community, a niche community that is so strong and committed and active. And I tell them every single time, I'm just the vessel. I'm just the voice. But like, we're all just fans of this thing, talking about this thing, and I'm facilitating the conversation. That's what
so
we're doing.
cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
So cool.
Yeah.
And to do that for so long too. I mean, you went
It's
through the
great.
whole run of the show.
So we initially did the whole run of the show, and then we did the Golden Palace as well, the spinoff.
Yes.
And then what we found during the pandemic was that, people were re-listening to the podcast. They were going back as they watched the show, and people were asking us to go, revisit this episode or talk about this project that like talk about Hot in Cleveland, to talk about the other things that the girls did. And so now we've expanded it to being sort of this big all-encompassing podcast of these four women and their lives and their work and what they've done. And now we're on Forever Dog's mom network, which is Moguls Media, Alaska Thunderfuck and Willem.
Yes, Willem.
Their network, their drag network. And it's wonderful. It's a great place and home for us to be.
I love it.
Yeah.
I listened recently to an episode where Alaska was co-hosting with you.
Yeah.
And you actually talked about one of the things that I wanted to bring up on the podcast today, which was all the nonsense about the Betty White B. Arthur feud.
Oh yeah,
which is
hate
just
that.
like I
I thought
it
it was Betty White and Rue McCallaghan. No. You're right. It was Betty White and
I just don't
well,
care.
It starts because, and here's the thing. It's a lot of it's about clicks and news people trying to get clicks off of the thing. And they don't understand that like that era of actors and professionals were just professionals.
Right.
They just maintained this professionalism about themselves where, maybe they didn't hang out, they didn't go to lunch, they didn't do all these things, but they were together and they worked and they were professional and respectful of each other. And it really gets started because, and I saw Rue McClanahan do this in person. Rue McClanahan loved to tell a story that both Betty White and B. Arthur approved of her telling. And it was about B. Arthur, her and B. Arthur after a show, Rue and B. Arthur after a show, after one of B's like live shows on Broadway. And the whole story culminates, and Rue would set up the room. She would like tell everyone in the room, now don't tell anyone this. This has to stay in this room. And so you would feel like you're getting the secret story from Rue McClanahan. And you would feel so special because it's like, ooh. I remember the first time I heard it, in New York, old comedy club called Comics, they had an event for Sordid Lives, which is why Rue was there.
Yes.
And Rosie O'Donnell was there, who I would open for sometimes whenever she would do stuff. And so I remember hearing the story, and then I remember looking over at Rosie to try to figure out how I should react to this.
Yeah.
So I feel like Rosie's face would tell me if this is something that Rue just had done over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And she looked even surprised. So I felt like it was a secret story. Cut to the end of the story is Rue McClanahan ends with B. Arthur going, Betty's a cunt.
I did hear that.
And it was told in jest and it's funny or whatever. And then cut to Rue McClanahan dies. And then in her obituary, in the New York Times, it talks about how she loved to tell this story at every place she went, and that B. Arthur and Betty White approved of it.
Oh wow.
So
I love that.
the media loves to like twist it and make it a thing, but like Rue, Betty, B, they all just
They were
had
all
fun
in on
with
it.
Just
Yeah.
had fun with it.
I mean, they had lunch together all the time.
They
like,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
I
even
learned that from you.
yeah, and even like, you know, and even when B, because B was notoriously a private person. Like,
Very
she
much
was,
so.
She
Yeah.
did not like to sort of be in that Hollywood life. She had
Yeah.
Angela Lansbury and she was done.
Right.
Like, she didn't need
Yeah.
anybody else,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
so, but to make it more some sordid thing,
Mm.
it just wasn't that.
And
Yeah.
so, and things haven't changed much because people love to make it when it's
Yeah.
women that there's
Yes.
catfighting going
Pitting
on.
against
always
each
with,
other.
yeah, exactly.
It is always with women, and
Yeah.
that kind of ticks me off.
I mean, it ticks me off too.
I guess.
Unless it's really juicy.
Unless it's really juicy. Exactly. Then I can
Yeah.
deal with
That's
it.
why
Yeah.
you don't like The View. We've talked
Oh,
about
can we
this
talk
on the-
about The View?
Oh, let's
Yes,
talk
we
about The
could.
View.
Oh my
sure.
God, Whoopi needs to go.
Uh-huh.
Anna Navarro needs to go.
I love her.
I love her too, but she needs to go.
And
She's
so
done.
does Joy.
So does Joy. I mean, well, here's the thing. Okay, and I will never. Joy will always have a soft place in my heart. I love Joy. I think if Whoopi was gone, if they just recasted the thing and just kept Joy, I'd be fine.
Mm.
Okay.
I'd be fine with other women and with Joy. I like Sunny. I like the Trump girl, whatever her name is. She
Yeah.
seems
Alyssa
like a good.
Edwards?
No,
I don't know,
wait,
they-
that's a drag
That's
queen.
a-
That's a drag queen.
I do know
Um,
Alyssa Edwards.
Yeah, so no, the Trump girl, I like. She's
Yeah.
fine. She's whatever. Sarah's like trying to be moderate.
Right.
Like
Right.
they're all just. It's just. And all they do is just like say the same thing every single day, and it's like, girls,
Right.
I want to go back to the days of like Meredith Vieira,
Me too.
Star
I loved her.
Jones,
Yes.
Debbie
Oh, yeah,
Matenopoulos.
Yes.
You
And
want to
you
go back
said
to
that
the
right.
pilot episode.
I want to go back to the pilot episode. I
Yeah.
want to bring Barbara Walters back
Exactly.
from the dead.
Yeah.
Yes, I
You
agree with
know,
you.
If they can bring back Snoop Dogg and Whitney and
Yes.
put them in a concert, why
Yes.
can't they do that with Barbara Walters?
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Right?
And the thing for me is, for me, like Joy thinks she's got a degree in political science.
And she doesn't.
No.
But you know what she is? And I have to say this, Phyllis, because I have a feeling I'm going to leave this loving you.
You are.
You're giving me a little joy.
And
And you know what? That's something that Joy would say about Joy.
Yes,
So I'm just
exactly.
saying,
Yes.
like, you know, she might not have a degree in political science, but she has thoughts and opinions, and she
True.
doesn't care how they come out. And everyone has that aunt or that person in their family that
That's
just
true.
says the thing,
That's
Phyllis.
true.
and you think to yourself, okay, that's a take.
Right.
That's
right.
a take.
Right.
But yet you love them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
And I think Whoopi just, like every day she gets up and thinks, how can I make myself look worse than I did yesterday?
I mean,
she does
not
nothing.
a lie. And here's the thing: she's an icon. She's a legend. She's.
I loved her in her
everything.
She is the
movies.
moment.
She is the moment. She is
Yes.
always the moment. She will always be an icon. I'm just like, Whoopi, how much money do you need to keep doing this show? You are Whoopi Goldberg.
I
Goldberg.
know.
Yes.
She
You
could
know?
not work and
She
be
could
totally
not.
fine.
I don't think she can't not work.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, as far as her personality.
No, I think.
Oh, you think the
I
money?
think it's all
Oh,
about
there's
the
a little
money. I think
shade.
it's all about the money.
Oh.
Well, she said it too. She said that she came on The View because of financial reasons.
Ah.
Like she needed the money.
It's a steady
I
day
think.
job.
I think.
Well,
and also
because she
because
wasn't
work-
getting parts.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I feel like she
Mm.
probably like pays for a lot of family, and like there's a lot of like
Stuff.
money
see that.
coming out.
Yes.
You know, because she's Whoopi Goldberg.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We talked about this already on an episode, but who knows? It might be cut, and I want you to hear this
I don't
story.
know, I mean,
Fit-
you know from my podcast, I repeat things all the time.
So do
well,
I.
let's talk about it again because it's a
Yeah.
great story. So Phyllis was very good friends with a woman whose husband cheated on her with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, tell me more.
yeah.
And we have to cut this.
Oh, you have to cut
think
it.
it was in
We can
last
talk about it
episode?
afterwards.
Okay.
We can
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about it.
We
Well,
can go
we
again.
can't say her name.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
don't
we
say
don't
her
have to say
name.
her name. You
Yeah.
can say her
No.
name.
Yeah. She had a.
Call her
few-
Deborah.
I
Yeah.
think it was on what were the nuns the
Sister Act.
Sister Act.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was on. There were two of them, right?
Sister
Well,
Act
there were a
1
few
and 2.
nuns. There was Maggie Smith.
Yes.
Kathy and
Kathy and
Jimmy.
Jimmy, yeah.
The redhead. No one
Right.
remembers her name.
No
but
one
she could
remembers,
sing.
yes.
But apparently she can't because it was dubbed.
It was
That's-
dubbed,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned that recently.
There you go.
Yeah.
So she had a suspicion. She goes to this hotel. She goes up to the room,
They were
and
in
her
a
husband's in
hotel.
bed
Was it a
with.
good hotel?
Yes.
Okay.
And her
Better
husband
be.
is in bed with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh.
And she was devastated. And I said to her, I don't know. I'd rather it be Whoopi Goldberg than Angelina Jolie.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so too.
you know what I'm.
You know, because that's at least a story.
That's
Like-
just. But
like-
also, Angelina Jolie's beauty would make me a little intimidated. But
Mm.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Would you rather be cheated on with Whoopi Goldberg or a man?
Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wait? Say that again.
Woopi Goldberg
Like if
or
your
a
husband
man?
was cheating on you with Whoopi Goldberg or
Or
a
a
man.
man?
Yeah, which one's worse?
A man.
You think so?
Only
Ah,
because
okay.
I would feel like what I knew him as wasn't real. And how do I
Ah.
compete with another man?
Wow.
Okay, I can see
No-
that. I mean, the Whoopi Goldberg thing is like, honestly, it's like a punchline. I feel like
Yeah.
I tell this story at parties. I'm like, you will not believe who her
See,
husband
I would-
cheated on her with.
I would open the door and it was Whoopi Goldberg, and I would be like, "We got a down payment on the house."
There we go.
Yeah,
You know?
True.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
feel like
that's where the view
my
money's
life
going.
with him was a lie.
Oh.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, remember I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you about my college professor? It was
Yes, I know exactly what she's gonna
What?
say.
Did you have an affair?
no, we did. He was telling us that two women that are together,
Mm.
a man could break them up,
What?
but if you have two men, a woman could never break them up.
Let's talk about this because
Oh.
I've brought this up to
I think-
people, and I feel like it's slowly.
I think it's changed
aging.
now. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's different now.
Yeah.
I think the patriarchy is still very much strong, but I think in the 1960s, 70s, even 80s, that probably would be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you
Well,
know,
Phyllis was in college in the 40s.
Yeah, in the 20s.
oh my God. But we all lived through the lesbian relationship on Friends. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, we understand things
Right,
now. So
right.
I feel like that maybe has changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
That was
But-
anthropology, right?
Yes.
An anthropology
Yes.
professor.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Although I would still be more bothered by a man than Whoopi Goldberg.
I feel like an anthropology professor would be hot though, because
He
don't
actually-
they know how to like study bones and
Yes,
stuff,
yes,
right?
they're-
Like, is that what they do?
Yeah,
I don't
this-
really know.
yeah,
Is it?
But
It's
I feel like what's anthropology? It's not the store.
No, it's
Yeah.
It's
Study of
what is it?
people?
Is it the study of what is it the
Cultures?
study of?
culture.
Of
Culture?
cultures. Our
Yeah.
recent college
That
graduates.
is the most ridiculous study. Of culture?
I mean, I pictured like Indiana Jones.
Of
like
human
it sounded
what?
hotter in
Yeah,
my head.
it does. It does sound hot. It sounds like you do something with bones, which immediately makes me think of something that would be good in the bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, but not culture.
Culture.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the one thing that you took from that class. I remember you told me this.
I don't
many
remember anything
times.
else
Yeah.
besides that. And
Wow.
back then, I do believe it was true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
'Cause
Sexuality is a spectrum, Phyllis.
Yes.
There you go.
It is.
There
It is
you
a
go.
Spectrum.
I mean, when I was in high school, we knew one kid who was gay. He didn't come out.
Mm.
Ever?
You outed him last week on the podcast.
I did, but I knew he had. I mean, this
He's
was
dead?
a
He's-
thousand. No, this
He's
was
been out.
1,000 years ago.
Oh,
He's been out for like
now.
50
yeah, he's
years.
out.
Oh,
but
he's
in
out.
high school, he wasn't.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we all
yeah.
knew.
Yeah.
But nobody, and that's so sad. That was 1974, 1975, and
oh, those were good years to be gay too.
yeah.
Mm.
Because like right after Stonewall, but before AIDS, it was like.
When was Stonewell?
Yeah.
It was like,
When was Stonewall?
Stonewall was 1969.
Yeah.
1969. So that's
Yeah.
when I moved from New York to Cleveland.
I've
Oh wow!
written-
When did you move? Do you remember the day?
Yes, New Year's Eve.
Oh,
Really?
Oh,
I'm like, happy freaking New Year's Eve.
Wow.
What year?
1969.
Yeah, so you were six months away
Oh.
from Stonewall.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
missed a
wow.
party.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was. How many people were killed?
Phyllis body
No one was
through the
killed.
first
No one
one
break.
was
was killed. But it was like a not a riot, but like a protest. Like
Of course.
Yeah.
I
Of-
love that
Yeah.
clip of Willem
I know.
checking
Yeah.
someone who's
Derek.
like, Derek Barry. Yeah,
Yes.
it's talking about
Yeah.
all the people that died at
Yeah.
Stonewall. And
No
she's
one
like,
died at Stonewall.
No one died of Stonewall. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
but they were hurt,
But I'm sure hearts were broken.
of course,
Sure.
and
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah, bones. Definitely bones. Definitely bones. Yeah.
Hey everyone, this is Matt Cameron popping in again. I hope you're enjoying the episode. We had such a great time recording it. Listen, while you're here, leave us a review wherever it is that you're listening, whether that is Apple Podcasts, Spotify, it could be YouTube. Give us a like, a subscribe, all the things. It is super helpful for us in spreading the word of this podcast. Again, I hope you're enjoying, and let's get back to the show. So you were never in New York in the 70s. I
No,
guess I
I
always pictured you.
Did you
In
move out
the-
here?
I moved to Cleveland,
Oh, to Cleveland.
and then from Cleveland out here.
What's Cleveland like?
You know, it was really rough when we moved there. First of all, I was telling them earlier. So I was in 6th grade, 7th, something like that, and we were just allowed to wear pants to school, girls.
Oh wow.
Then we moved to Cleveland. You're not allowed to wear pants to school because trends start on the East Coast or the West Coast, but I think more the East Coast.
Trends.
And they come,
Yeah, and they make their way.
yeah, and they make their way
Yeah.
Is it a trend or a rule? Like, were you allowed to wear pants if you wanted to, or was it
in
like
Cleveland. And
Well, in 1969, probably not.
No.
Probably. And it wasn't even so much that it
Wow.
was,
Yeah.
a rule or anything.
Yeah.
It's just what you
yeah,
did.
we weren't.
Yeah,
Girls were
yeah.
not allowed to wear pants.
It's like
and
watching
it was
Mad
only
Men over those years that the show was in,
Yeah.
and then how they progressively wore
Yeah.
pants and
Right,
stuff. Yeah.
right. So we weren't allowed in New York for a while, and then they changed it, and then we moved to Cleveland, and then we had to go back. My sister and I
Wow.
to wearing.
wow?
And never made sense to me because Cleveland's 40 below zero with the wind chill
Yeah,
factor.
you want to keep those legs covered.
You
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
But it was just different. But
Yeah.
but you were in St. Louis.
I was, yeah.
So that was pretty conservative at a time.
Yeah, no, definitely. In my town, I'm in a suburb of St. Louis, so definitely conservative.
What's the name of
Definitely.
the suburb?
Kirkwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
That's very-
Costco.
I know
Kirkland.
Well,
that's
yeah, like
Kirkland.
yes, just like yes, exactly. No, Kirkwood is it's very. I mean, whenever I take my boyfriend and I go back, obviously, because my family still lives there, and
Yeah.
my boyfriend's from the Bay Area, and he's a Mexican American, and he goes to Kirkwood, and it is just white. I mean, it is
Yeah.
white, and it's very Mayberry. It's very like the train station is the center of the town, and it's
Oh,
like it's
wow.
very much that. And you
Yeah.
would think like, oh, I mean, yeah, sure, great place to grow up and everything, but then
Sure.
you go back and you're like, ooh, things are hiding.
Right.
There are stories not being told, and
Yeah.
probably people locked up.
Yeah.
And no, I love my hometown. I do love St.
But isn't
Louis.
St. Louis also, there's a very large gay community in St. Louis.
There is a very active gay community, which I was active in when I lived there, and it's a wonderful place. I mean, St. Louis is a great city.
art,
and
great art.
great art, and there's so many great things happening in St. Louis. People who are living in St. Louis, living in a state that, like, obviously politically is very conservative, and so
Right.
in certain pockets, like in Kansas City and St. Louis and Columbia, which is like a college town in the middle of the state, that there are people trying to creatively find ways to have different voices, because I mean, we live in a state that's the opposite, that it's all one voice,
Right.
politically at least, and Missouri's on the opposite spectrum of that. And I like a state that's just like a little bit like there's a mix, and
Right.
it's like less of that these days.
Right.
You
know
sound
what I
like
mean?
Phyllis.
I agree with
'Cause
you.
Do I?
Phyllis says, I like a good purple.
I do like a good purple.
I like a good purple.
I like a good, and Missouri when I lived in Missouri, it used to be a purple. So my career started out in politics. I worked
Really?
I worked in Democratic politics. I worked for a bunch
Wow,
of
you are a
people.
very interesting
Oh, well, thank
man.
you.
Yes.
I worked for, I'm trying to think of people you would know. I mean, obviously, like Hillary Clinton, but like
Love her.
Claire McCaskill, we did some stuff for a candidate in Missouri called Nancy Farmer, who ran for U.S. Senate, Anthony Weiner. That's a long
Oh,
story.
yeah.
So like,
He's
yeah.
running again, for
No,
something.
he lost, but
Oh, he did. Okay.
Running
yeah.
for what?
Something in New York.
And city council.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He ran during the primary. Man, I think he lost. I'm pretty sure he lost. Probably lost. Yeah. So like I worked in politics for a long time, and in Missouri, it used to be purple, where we had a Democratic governor. I mean, one of the things that got me even just like started in politics was a Democratic governor in Missouri called Mel Carnahan, who famously died in the plane crash.
Yes.
And then
His wife took
his
over.
wife Jean,
Yes,
and that
I-
was she was one of my first like sponsors in school for
Wow.
I mean, she's amazing.
Wow.
Carnahan family is amazing. So like it used to be purple. It used to have a mix of politics.
Right.
And now, just like a lot of other states, it's just extreme on one end, both
Right,
ends,
right.
liberal and Republican.
Yes.
There's
Right.
never just
Everything's
the middle.
marginalized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 would
And
love
I
a
don't
little bit
like
of
that.
I don't like it either.
No. And nobody wants to listen to the other side.
yeah.
I mean, you're not going to learn, Matt.
no, it's true.
I like a good blue.
No, I mean, trust me, I love a good blue
Yeah.
too, but I also think like even just as a gay homosexual, I remember during the marriage equality movement, which I was all for and everything, but
Yeah.
I also was like, hey, maybe we should start with like having jobs, having houses,
Mm.
having visitation rights at hospitals, like fundamental rights
Yeah.
before we get to the marriage things. I don't
Right.
even want to get married. And so
Right.
like why am I worried about getting married when it's like I would love to be able to make sure that if I die,
Sure.
my money can go to someone I
Yeah.
care about or whatever it
Yeah,
is. Like
that makes sense.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like I've always been that. I've been a purple gay.
That's
if you
how I
will.
feel
A
about
purple gay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Phyllis is going to call herself a purple gay.
There you
now.
go.
There you go.
There
There you go.
That's how I felt about Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Oh,
I
yeah?
remember being like 10 years old, knowing that I was gay, and there was
Mhm.
this thing that would like keep me from the army, and like thank
Oh.
God for that.
Do you want to go in the army?
No, not at
Oh.
all. I always tell people I would rather like break my knees than
Oh,
be
yeah.
drafted. Like, what would I do? What would I give?
See,
Cook?
I think, yeah.
Makeup?
Yes.
Like-
Yes. I think
What
if
would I
I would have
do?
gotten to the army and I would have been drafted or whatever, if it was like that era, I die. But,
Yeah.
but before dying, I would probably be like a cook.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
I would be like, they would be like, oh, we need someone to like bring the morale up,
Right.
And
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
probably do that.
Yeah.
You could totally do that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
You
I
could
like
then
that.
I would
totally
get
do that.
shot.
I-
Like, yes, I would do that.
You'd be Coco, the
yes,
gay chef.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Oh, that's my
All
entire
right. So I
life.
have to go back
Yeah.
to something you just said.
Yeah.
How long have you been with your guy?
What? 2017.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
that's
So 8 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Wow.
and why don't we want to get married?
What's the point?
Well, do you ever want to have kids?
No.
Okay. Okay.
I do want to get married, but I have an answer for this that
Mm.
I don't want to speak for you, but I have
Yeah.
an answer as to why I wouldn't want to get married here. So
Oh.
I want to get married, but like I want to get married out at like international waters in the
Oh.
middle of nowhere.
Did you
Like
watch the documentary on Netflix? Don't
Which
do it.
one?
The one about Anne.
who's Anne?
Anne disappeared.
Bradley?
No, I don't know her name. But
Oh.
she right? It's Anne, isn't it? You know what I'm talking about?
This is
Google it. Google it. Anne
she was on the
Netflix,
cruise?
Cruise missing. Those,
Oh yeah,
those
yeah.
things. Yeah.
Bradley something.
Is that her name? I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was on the balcony one night, and
She
then
fell
and
off.
Then well, no, we don't know that.
I think she
Well, was
fell.
she
We don't
gay?
know that. No, yes, she
She
was.
was, and
She
you
was
know-
a lesbian.
But we knew it
Yes.
before they said so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, got a haircut.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
she definitely
Yeah.
like she went missing. So you don't want to do anything in international waters because it is wide open territory.
I kind of
True.
agree with
I
you.
just,
Laws
like,
don't
I
matter.
know. I don't want to get married under like the authority of any government. Like I want to get like married
You don't
under
have
the
to
universe.
have a government wedding. You could have like a rock wedding or something where you just like are all like cling clong.
But doesn't but
like you don't need to.
Cling
But
claw.
You don't need to have
But
like a
doesn't-
government wedding.
but doesn't it
you
have to
know?
be through the government legal that you have to
I mean, like I'll go
for
with
taxes
like
if
the,
you want that?
Right.
Yeah, like
If you
I'll
want
go with
that.
the legalities of this like stolen land and all of that stuff. But,
Sure.
like, you know, I don't know. Like I always like my cousin's an Episcopal priest. I just want to like bring her out on a barge to international
Oh.
waters and
You-
like.
Do it in a pool.
You
You don't need to do
in
that.
Burbank.
Yeah.
right.
There's a great pool in Glendale, right by the 5. You can just go there. You're fine. You don't need to do it
Hilarious.
anywhere. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the only. I mean, but I do want to get married, but just
Yeah.
not under.
What, the government?
Yeah.
What?
I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in the government.
I mean, like, I don't believe in the like government
Infrastructure of taxation.
but you would
Or,
ha-
no, I want all the perks, but like I just don't need them to like sign off on my marriage.
Oh.
You
Well,
know, like
they're
so-
not. You are. Like,
I guess.
Yeah.
So if it was Hillary Clinton that was president right now and she
Yeah.
wanted to sign off on your marriage, would you be okay with that?
I think I'd say the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought
I
you
think-
meant the current situation.
No. It's not the Trump of it all. It's
Okay.
just like I think of my relationship as like something like that transcends these ideas that are
I
like
feel you.
man-made.
All right, I
feel
understand.
you.
Does
Like, I
Jake
watched
feel
this-
the same way?
Jake thinks I'm nuts.
Does Jake want to get married?
Jake wants to get married for sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean,
But
it's-
he thinks you're not like he wants to get married.
like my whole thing about like international water is like I'm half kidding when I say this. He thinks it's absolutely crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Disney cruise.
Exactly. Yeah.
In which case, do it at a buffet. I've always said that if I do get married, it would be in Las Vegas at one of the best buffets.
Oh.
And I wouldn't even tell people we're getting married. I would just be like, everyone come to this Bellagio buffet. It's a special occasion. It's my birthday or something. And then surprise, we're
Yeah.
getting married.
Yeah.
Get the shrimp.
And then
You know?
and
What a
then have
treat.
Elvis,
Right?
the Elvis impersonator.
Of course.
Yes, come out.
Of
and,
course.
Do you like Vegas?
I love Vegas.
Me too.
Oh my God.
We
Vegas
talked about
is
this
so
recently.
fun. I
Phyllis
love
doesn't like it.
Vegas.
I don't like Vegas.
What do you like about Vegas? Let me tell you something about Vegas. It might change your mind. Probably not, because I don't. No one can change my mind. But I love. There are very few places in this world where you can walk out your door and look to anyone passing you by and find someone that's worse off than you. You know what I mean?
That's
But in
very true.
Vegas, it is the best morale booster because there are
Yes.
people making decisions that are horrible.
Oh my
You know they're
gosh.
going back in debt.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the marriage is broken.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
things are done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just went and had crab legs.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right. I love
I go for the
food.
shows
I
and the
love
food.
the entertainment. And I used to have to go every 3 months for work.
Uh-huh.
And then in June, I was in the jewelry watch industry.
Oh.
I would be there for 10 days.
Oh.
That's too long.
That is way too
I've
long.
done that.
And I'm telling once they used to check us girls going back up after
Mm-hmm.
midnight. They wanted to see our key card because they didn't know if we were prostitutes or not.
Oh.
Oh.
I kind of was flattered. I was
Phyllis.
kinda
I know. I
flattered.
would be flattered too.
Yeah.
But every
I mean, Dolly Parton based a look off of that.
there,
Like,
there was a
Yeah,
woman
yes.
by the exit, the elevator door.
Yeah.
She had a cigarette hanging out of her mouth.
Love her already.
She
Yeah.
she was like 70 something years old, smoking, doing that.
Yeah.
And the next morning I got up
Mhm.
and she was still there.
Wow.
That's when you know
Wow.
she was there all night.
I had that. I was at my boyfriend is a designer, and he was doing.
Oh, nice.
He was
Clothes?
doing looks, for like drag queens and stuff, and like pop stars. And he was doing looks for RuPaul's Drag Race Live in Vegas.
Ah, yes.
And so because I can work from anywhere, I went out there with him and we stayed at the Flamingo. Was that what the hotel
Oh,
is?
yeah.
Flamingo?
Yeah.
That's where the show
Yeah.
is? Yeah. We stayed there for a couple of
That's
weeks.
where the
and
Rue show was. Yes,
oh
yes,
my
yes.
God, the way I would go downstairs in the morning, put my sunglasses on, get my little coffee. I was living that like Deborah Vance, Jean Smart hacks life, just like loving every minute of it. And people, my boyfriend was like, "Oh, do you hate the smoke or whatever?" No, I want them to blow it in my face.
Yeah, right.
I love it. I love the smell. Literally, smoke is the best perfume.
And like pumping the oxygen.
I want it
has
all.
a very
I
like
want it all.
distinct
And the Flamingo,
smell.
wanna
isn't
smell
that
like
the
an
one where what's the movie with Warren Beatty and Annette Bening?
Oh, wait. Oh, you mean Elvis Presley in an Epinning?
No,
No. Oh, wait. Love Story.
no,
Oh, no. Bugsy.
Bugsy.
Yes. Yes.
Wasn't the Flamingo the first hotel?
I think so.
And
Something
that's
like
where-
that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. That's also the Elvis and Anne Margaret.
Yes.
Isn't that also the Flamingo
Yes,
as well?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been there forever.
Wait,
Yeah.
Aunt Margaret? Who's
And
Aunt Margaret?
what's the film? I don't know the film, but it's like Elvis, Anne Margaret.
Yeah.
She dances.
Yeah, he
red hair,
sings.
He sings.
Oh,
They
yeah.
fall in love. They fall
Yeah.
out of love.
Yeah.
We had Cosmo, Queen of Melrose, on the show
Okay.
recently. She talked about
Have
like,
you met
Aunt Margaret
Cosmo?
teasing
No, I've
the
never
hair.
met Cosmo.
Oh, she's lovely.
I love that,
I mean,
though.
you guys would. You would
She's
get
a
along
trip.
So well.
Yes. I'm into it.
No, she's just the nicest person,
Love
but
it.
talks about Aunt Margaret and
Yes.
in a viral moment.
God, Anne
I guess
Margaret.
that now I know.
Margaret.
Is Anne Margaret still
I thought
alive?
she was
She is
talking
still
about Princess
alive.
Margaret.
Anne Margaret is very much alive. She looks amazing.
Well, she's
How
got
old is she?
Oh, I don't know. I don't ask a woman that. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like,
Age-
what's the point?
Well, Phyllis is
Honestly.
not 70, but when I pitch the show to people,
He tells.
I mean,
I tell people she's 70.
we have a joke on the Golden Girls podcast where I just say I've been 28 for years.
Yeah,
And-
I
There you
heard
go.
that
And
today.
So,
There you
like,
go.
you know what? Just go with it.
28's a good year.
I have always said that if I ever get on like a drag race or like a reality show or whatever,
Yeah.
and people ask me my age, I'm going to tell them the age I feel in that moment.
Oh, that's good.
And everyone's going to think I'm a liar, and it's
Yeah.
going to create a storyline.
there you
there
go.
you go.
There you go.
Whatever.
I love it.
What do you feel in
know?
this moment?
I feel it's been a long day, so I feel a solid 34.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can
That's
I
how old
ask
I
how
am.
old you
I'm
are?
34.
Can I ask?
34.
You're 34.
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so you feel a solid 30.
I feel a solid
Yeah.
34.
I love
I'm
it.
not that age, but that's what I'm going to tell you I am.
Okay. There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
think in this moment, we talked about this before because you said the 60s are kind of like your best decade so far.
My 30s?
I feel like 25 right now.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel good.
Wow.
I loved my
Fresh.
30s.
Financially stable 25. You
Oh,
like your
oh.
30s?
And then the next best decade, I'm 67, is the 60s, except
Okay.
for today because my hair is curly. I let it frizz.
You
and
know, I had that the other day. I
You
went
d-
to I had to
it's
go to a show
terrible.
downtown. I was doing this thing and the club, it was a bar and it was so hot
Yes.
in there.
and you have thick curly
I
hair.
have thick curly hair and I went because I had to rush and do it and everything. So I walked in and my hair just went
Yeah, mine too.
and it was just I was asking everyone, how's my hair? How's my hair? How's my hair? And
Did they tell you the
they
truth?
said it was fine, but they're all dumb. Everyone tells you they look
Yeah.
fine. No one will ever tell you the truth.
Well, I looked at him and I said, "Does my hair look like crap when I got in today?"
Yeah.
And he went,
I told her the truth.
Did you? What'd you say?
I mean,
"Nothing."
What's your dog's name?
Wow.
Miles?
Miles.
She looked like
Miles.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, her hair was fine.
Yeah.
And then the bangs were just wet.
Well, the girls were
Oh.
very nice to me, and Alex, the director here, tried
Yeah.
to, fix it. But at this
I mean,
point,
it looks lovely to me.
No, it looks great now.
I love a curl.
This was 4
Such a
hours ago.
liar.
Yeah.
This was, yeah.
I mean, I set my hair. I do like when I have a long day, because like we were talking about, I'm filming all day. I like set my hair so that it just locks.
Right.
So right now my hair is
do you
locked
put
in.
hairspray?
It's a lot of
Yes.
hairspray.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your routine? Because I have
my
curly hair too,
routine.
but like I kind of push it
So
out.
I have a whole routine. You mean my hair routine or my face routine?
Hair routine. Both.
Well, start with the hair, and then I want to hear about
the hair is
Start from the
because
neck
you
and
have
work your way up.
you have beautiful skin.
First off, the ointments. No. The hair, I get out of the shower, I spray it with some leave-in conditioner and I comb it back and I let it sort of sit straight back for a minute.
Okay.
And then I swoosh it so it creates the curl so that as it dries, it creates a curl and it locks it in, and then I unscrunch it so that it becomes the curl sets.
Okay.
And then I have to hairspray it to make it fit in things. And then I take some eyebrow, like the eyebrow hair
Yeah.
glue, and I do it to the ends to make sure that nothing
Oh.
doesn't stick up.
Oh.
Yeah. And then you can take a little
Oh,
mascara. If you have a
wow.
gray or something, I always take a little brown mascara and just sort of put it in there too.
That's
Oh,
smart.
or
fun.
eyebrow gel. Yeah.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
that.
I
And-
need to like figure out because I want more of like the natural curl because I
Oh.
mean, you can kind of see it right now, but I push it out sort of, and like that's
Oh.
not necessarily intentional. It's just like
No.
I just want my hair to go in this
A little bit,
direction.
or maybe
Right.
grow it a little bit longer here.
Well, have you seen my hair in high school?
Is it poofy?
Oh my god, my hair. I mean, well, so
I think we have similar hair.
we do. I
Yeah.
think we
That's
really
why I'm
do.
saying,
Yeah.
and his looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yours does look very good.
I mean, my hair. I used to have like really, really, really thick hair.
Right.
It's not so much thick anymore because I have to kind of manipulate it. But I'm okay now. But I had cancer, and chemo
Oh.
really like screwed up my
Mm.
hair in a lot of ways. So it just became different hair as I got older.
right.
You know.
We
Can
were
we
talking
talk
about
about-
that today.
Of course, yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
Talk about it.
When so you're 34, you're a baby to me.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer and
I
when?
had testicular cancer.
Ugh.
And yeah, chemo and the whole thing.
When?
So, when I was 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did you lose all your hair?
I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it
lost
came back
everything.
curlier and thicker because a
It
lot
came-
of my
well,
friends.
it came back. It didn't so much came back thicker, but it did come back curly
Mm.
and a little bit more unwheelie. Like I used to be able to
Mm.
just sort of let my hair be what it was, and it was
Right.
fine.
Yeah,
But I have to do things to it now.
it's interesting because I have, being female, I probably have 10 friends that have had breast cancer
Yeah.
who have lost their hair,
Mhm.
and their hair comes back so beautiful,
Yeah.
and their skin.
Mm.
That's why I said you have really pretty skin.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And was it like as handsome as it was before?
I mean, my skin did look amazing during chemo.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was amazing. And then after chemo, yeah, I work hard on my skin.
You
There's
should.
also a lot of enhancements that I do to it too. Just earlier today, actually, some Botox. And like, I do some things to soften it out and stuff. But yeah, for the most part,
I'm
try to-
next in line for
Really?
Botox.
Oh,
Yeah.
I live by Botox and a little bit of filler, just a little bit of filler in the lip. And
That
it's-
looks so natural. I would
yeah,
never have said.
I don't want to go crazy with it. I mean, I kind of do, but
No, your
you
lips
know.
almost look like my mom uses this like lip gloss that I think has like bee venom in it or something like that, and it just kind of makes them like a little plump. Like
You know what I've been using, and I learned this tip from Carrie Coon from White Lotus and
oh
Golden Age,
yes,
is so like I lip care is important, but nipple cream.
Nipple cream?
Oh.
Nipple cream. Where's my bag? Nipple cream.
Whoa,
on
let's get sponsored.
Yeah. So nipple.
I didn't even
cream-
know there was such a thing as a nipple cream.
Yes, there is. And hold on, don't get this shot of me.
I want-
Guys, this is the side shot I don't like.
I-
Hold on. Okay, that's the lipstick I use, but I'll bring.
I
here's my nipple
love
cream.
your
Oh,
phone
come back.
background.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Miss Picky. So yeah, no nipple cream. It's I can't say it, but lanolin nipple cream.
Okay.
It's the best lip
Oh.
balm.
Really,
The best lip balm.
Why do people
Okay,
put it
you
on their
heard here
nipples?
first?
Well, it's for chafing,
Oh.
primarily used by
Oh,
women.
Like if
Yeah.
you run,
Yeah, or
and you...
I don't know if you just live
Yeah.
as a person and need nipple cream. I don't know why people need nipple cream, but I don't need nipple cream, but I do need lip cream, and I love
Did someone tell you to use that? Or
Carrie Coon, the
Oh,
actress.
Carrie Coon, the
Yeah,
actress.
and what I do is
Oh.
I combine it. I put my lip product on, Lisa Eldridge, very important, and then I put on my nipple cream.
I love it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go home and buy nipple
Yeah.
cream. What's the brand? It's
lanolin.
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 I'll
send you a
All
link.
right,
I'll
all
send you
right,
a link.
perfect.
But no-
Use code H Allen Scott at checkout
Yeah.
for
Yes,
10%
Exact-
off.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
No, I love it. Nipple cream. It's the best. It's the best.
And you put it on the entire lip.
I just put it on over my lip product, and it sort of works
Wow.
as a gloss / moisturizer, and it helps with the lines on the lips. I also
Amazing.
find it helps with like maintaining my lip liner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So many people are gonna listen to this and just apply.
I mean,
The stock's going to go through the roof.
in my
I hope.
Yeah.
you know,
In my head, I'm seeing Mrs. Sellner and Mrs. Doubtfire when she learns.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
and she like puts the cream on her face. Like,
that's
'cause I know you're a Mrs. Doubtfire
I
fan.
am. I am.
I saw
do-
on your Instagram.
I had a moment recently. This is a celeb drop. I was interviewing. This will probably be out by the time this comes out. Interviewing Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch for their
I
new movie.
love
Yeah, they're amazing.
Olivia Colman.
The best. Well, so she started. So I had my nipple cream on, and and we're starting the interview, and Olivia Colman leans in, and she's like, "I haven't even asked a question yet," and she's like, "You have the most juicy lips," and I kept it in the interview, obviously, but yeah, it's for their new movie, The Roses, which is fantastic.
right.
and
I
lovely.
heard.
Yeah, but yeah, no, she said my lips were juicy.
I love it. What was he like?
They both were delightful.
Yeah.
Delightful. I mean,
Yeah.
I've interviewed her a few times. I never interviewed him, but they both were delightful.
She blew me away in The Favorite.
Oh, she's incredible.
Incredible.
And then
Yeah.
everything afterwards.
There's a show early. I've been a big fan of Olivia Colman before she was even massive, on a show called The Peep Show.
Because she was a comedian,
You
right?
love The Peep Show, yes. Yeah, she didn't start out in comedy. Emma Thompson started out in stand-up.
That's right.
But Olivia Colman was just an actor, but she got her start on The Peep Show with, these guys. It's an incredible British show. It was on for like 10 years. Iconic show. Definitely check it out.
I definitely
British
will.
Yeah.
TV is
And
so
her-
good.
So good.
So good.
Her Oscar speech
Oh, the best.
was it. I watched it.
Although the freeze frame of that announcement when Olivia was called and Glenn Close and Lady Gaga both were, I mean, it was just such a moment to eat up. I know we talked about women fighting and pitting women against each other, but in that moment, it was juicy.
Yes,
It
yeah,
was juicy.
it definitely was.
Oh, so good.
Definitely. And
I
then,
don't even remember who else was nominated, but they were definitely like,
yeah, especially
Yeah,
Glenn.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Glenn.
yeah.
Glenn needs an Oscar.
Yeah, she does.
Did you see her horror movie that she did last year?
Did I see it?
It
I
was it
own
Lee
it.
Daniels?
Yeah.
Yes, it
You-
was Lee Daniels. Oh,
Have you
my
seen this?
God.
No, and I like
Oh
Lee
my
Daniels.
Can I say
God.
something inappropriate?
Are you
Sure.
gonna quote her?
I can smell your nappy pussy.
Who said that to who?
Glenn
Knew-
Close.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
When she was
Yeah.
possessed.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she was
When she was
possessed.
possessed.
Yeah, and
it
she's
wasn't a
talking
character
to
choice.
her daughter.
Her daughter.
Yeah,
Which is
and
something, an
she's-
endearing thing you would say to your daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the other thing she says? Like, I should have flushed you down the toilet when you were just a blood
That one
clot.
too.
Yeah.
That one too.
She's
And she had the
she's-
teeth and everything.
Yeah, she's good when
Yeah.
she plays evil.
She plays evil. I know. I'm interviewing her soon too. I'm very excited.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm excited about that.
What is, because we're very new to the world of interviewing people, what is your, like, what advice or what tip would you give for going into an
Oh, good
interview,
question.
being a good interviewer?
I'm not a nervous person. That's
Okay.
the stand-up, I think, in me. that
Yeah.
I just don't get nervous in that
Or you don't
way.
care.
I don't care. I mean, yeah, well, I think I care, but I don't. It doesn't stress me out, sort of meeting someone like that who I admire or whatever. But I am really conscious of like trying to be a human.
Hmm,
And I think that's the most important thing.
Right.
Like trying to be very normal and natural and real and
Yeah.
like just connect on a level that's just real.
yeah.
Oh, I
you
love
know?
that's really good
I
advice.
love
Yeah.
that. That's
yeah.
good.
Like how I would talk to them at the grocery store. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like someone that I don't know, but I admire and I recognize. So I'm going to talk to them like a respectful human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Not ask them like the Barbara Walters questions of like.
Well, there are moments. There are moments where you do have to you have to navigate around a conversation
Sure,
around
yeah.
difficult things.
Yeah.
And you can there are ways to work yourself up to those things.
Right.
And respectful ways, professional ways of doing it. But I think starting being a human is important,
Yeah.
which is what Barbara Walters always did.
Right?
And
yeah, yeah.
you just start with a level of respect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Or
Because everyone just
curiosity.
wants to
Yeah.
curiosity in not an invasive way.
Yeah, I know. I was recently talking with someone who won't be named about
Oh, I know who you're talking about. No.
trying to navigate an interview, and they were suggesting they wanted certain things, and I was very clear in saying like, listen, I'm not going to try to get something out of someone.
Right.
I'm going to navigate the conversation in a way, and if it organically goes in that direction, I'll lean into it, but
Right.
I'll never force someone into something or
Right.
to talk about something they
Right.
don't want to talk about
Right.
because that's a bad interview. I
It
wouldn't
is.
want to watch that. I wouldn't want to listen to it.
Phyllis, I got so much done this week.
Well, that's a headline.
It can be so hard to concentrate when I'm working from home, but I just joined Soho Works in West Hollywood and I've never been more productive.
Well, tell me more.
Soho Works is this incredible co-working space designed with creative people in mind, right on Sunset Boulevard. There's meeting rooms, private desks, free coffee, free food. You know I love to eat.
I've heard of this. It's what you 20-something-year-olds call a third space.
Exactly. Honestly, you would love it.
I've earned my retirement. Work is for the young.
There's free happy hour every Thursday.
Sign me up.
Soho Works, when your home office just isn't cutting it. Learn more at sohohouse.com.
There's this place in LA called M Grill. It's like a Brazilian grill.
Oh, yeah.
And the men come around with big cuts of meat and then they cut it off for you and they put it on your plate. Oh, it is such a turn on. It is such a turn on.
And the
Every
spandex pants
and-
don't hurt.
No, of course. But all these straight men, presumably,
Yeah.
come around and they cut off their meat for me. And they're like, would you like some, I don't know, whatever the meat is? And I would be like, Yes, please.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, so remember Salt Bay from like 10 years
I
ago?
don't
And
know
he,
Salt Bay. What is Salt Bay?
I think he was
Oh, it's a person.
a Turkish chef.
Oh, okay.
And he did like this viral video where he would like cut the steak and then he would serve it to these people. And if you paid extra, he would like do this with the salt. It was a whole thing. But now he like owns like all these restaurants, but like people say it's chuggy and corny and like kind of creepy, and like I think it's kind of hot.
Yeah, why not?
Like, I don't like. He just like cuts the meat and like he made the meat.
Honestly,
like it's all him.
Sometimes someone holding a door open for you
Absolutely
turns me on.
You're talking to the right girl.
You know, yeah,
Phyllis.
Yeah.
If a man doesn't open up, well, I'll do it even for women.
Yeah.
But if a
Lesbian.
man, if a man doesn't, lesbian, if a man doesn't open up the door for me, that.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know, my biggest thing every time on a date, I've always said this, that I always know I'm in a good relationship or someone's a good prospect if they treat wait staff well.
Yes.
That's the most important sign
That's
that
right.
someone's a good human being to me.
Yes.
So
If
important.
you tip appropriately and you say thank you and you acknowledge you look in their eyes and you acknowledge their presence.
That's
You
right.
don't need to have a crazy conversation about
That's
their
right.
children or where they're from or what
That's
they're
right.
doing or
Yeah.
whatever. I don't
That's
even go
right.
that far. My dad always did that, and I was always like, God,
Yeah, I get
die.
it.
My mom.
But-
Hey, Brittany, how you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
no, we don't need that.
please.
We don't need
Yeah.
that. We
Yeah.
don't need to have that. But we just acknowledge their presence. They are
Yeah.
a human being in
Yeah.
a job working with you. Let's make it all
Yeah.
nice.
And they don't want to be there. So
They
make
don't want
their
to be
day
there.
a
No.
little
Well,
bit better
sometimes
if
they
you
do.
can.
I mean, sometimes it's a nice restaurant.
wouldn't
They
wanna
make,
be
you know,
there.
they make good
Well,
money or
sure,
whatever.
yeah,
But
like
like,
someone at
regardless,
Ralph's.
just
Yeah.
be a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just be like I
Yeah.
always acknowledge everyone behind the counter at Ralph's.
Yeah.
And there was a woman, I think I told you, she was new. And I said, oh, she had a beautiful name, Eva, which I love. I said, where are you from? And she didn't want to answer me.
Okay.
And then she said Mexico.
Mm.
And I realized she was worried.
Of course, yeah.
And that upsets me so
I,
much.
just hope
Yeah.
I can't.
And I just said, oh, that's beautiful. Welcome to LA. You know,
Yeah.
just because I can see fear in their eyes. I saw the fear in
And
her
the
eye and it
existence of
bothered
human
me.
And the thing, those videos upset me so much when ICE is going around raiding people up, tearing families apart, all of these different things. And so I think it's so important to go to these businesses, go to the taco trucks, go to the places,
Yeah.
like do the things in LA, support our local communities, because everything, no matter, like I always say, having come from politics initially, that like you can worry about what the president's doing, sure, but the president really doesn't matter. What matters is what's happening in your local community.
That's true.
The person who needs a job, who needs a house, who needs a doctor, get them their services. And if more people focus on the local communities, the more good would happen for everybody.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's interesting. Where I live, they were doing some construction on the main street by my place.
Mhm.
And there were probably 20 guys working on the street. They were all Hispanic.
Mm.
They didn't understand anything I was saying. I didn't understand them. But every time I walked by, my dog is a German Shepherd named Miles. They're like,
Wow.
oh, big dog. So I'm like, thank you. Da-da. So then a couple of weeks later, there was this crazy homeless guy.
Mm.
And he's been known for attacking people on
Was
the
it
street.
Lamar Odom?
Oh, wow.
Because Lamar Odom used to live
Is
in
he-
her alley.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow, I didn't know
yeah,
he was
yeah.
homeless.
Yeah,
Well, he's
but I
not.
walk
That's-
by and this guy starts approaching me and
Yeah.
my dog,
Yeah.
and I got a little nervous.
Okay.
And I saw all 20 guys across the street
Mm.
put down their stuff and looking, and I knew if this guy was going to come near me and attack me, that all those guys would have come to help
That's
me.
nice.
And that's what I'm like, you know what? That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you said, treating.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I
No,
don't
it's
know.
nice. It's
I think
nice.
it's beautiful.
These
I think it is
strangers would put their
too.
life on the line for
For
me,
me
and
and
that's
my
beautiful.
beautiful dog.
I think
No,
it's
because you know what?
great.
And they did.
Yeah. That happened to me in New York years ago. I remember when I moved to New York, I
love
moved
you.
into Parkside. If you know New York at all?
Yeah.
I know
Prospect
Long
Park
Island.
area.
I know Massapequa.
Well, I don't know that. That's not.
That's not New York.
That's not New York.
Yeah.
But I was in Brooklyn, and I was living in, it was not gentrified at all at that point. So I was definitely the minority in the mix of the community. And I remember some kid called me a faggot or something, which, whatever, like, it's fun. But, like, some kid called me a faggot, and I was buying something from the local bodega, and they knew me because of being in the neighborhood.
Mm.
And they went after that kid.
Good.
They
Isn't
yelled
that
at that
good?
kid, and I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm,
love
I'm
it.
a member of this
Yes,
community.
now you're a
Yeah.
member.
And it's a nice feeling.
It is a nice feeling, and
Yeah.
everyone just wants to be acknowledged.
Exactly.
And I felt very protected by those
Yes.
guys.
Yeah, and it
And
kind of turned you on too, didn't it?
It did turn me on.
Yeah, yeah. All those men coming
I'm
over,
telling you.
dropping their tools,
There
saying,
you
"Here I
go.
come,
There you
Phyllis."
go. And Miles couldn't care less. But
Yeah,
I
you
was-
got a
I
big
was-
German
I was
Shepherd that's
very
not
excited.
doing his
He
job.
wasn't doing his job.
Yeah.
He was not doing his job. He saw a cute chihuahua down the street that he wanted to pay attention
Well,
to.
maybe he was
Yeah.
doing the same thing the construction workers
There you
were
know.
doing.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the Newsweek.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with that?
So I had worked in comedy after politics for a long time, and then chemo happened, and I kind of had a career epiphany, and I didn't want to be. I was chasing something I really didn't care about, which was like writing in writers' rooms. I'd worked in TV, I'd done different things, and but it wasn't really my passion. And I always said ever since I was a kid, I want to get paid for being me, and so I didn't know how to figure that out because I wasn't really good at anything other than being myself and talking. And I've always been really good at talking, and that's it. And
You're very good at talking.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to make money off this. And I was figuring out ways to do it, but it wasn't fulfilling. And so I kind of just stopped doing everything and focused on performing when I wanted to perform rather than going out and trying to, be the best comic in the world, honing my voice in a way that I could figure out my personality and utilize it for telling other stories. And so I did that through Newsweek. And because of my background in politics, of course, I know a lot of journalists and I knew a lot of people.
But how did you get into? That's a
And
big
so-
deal to get into.
Yeah, and so I got hired there because of my connections in that world. And it was a slow burn, and I was able to kind of craft my own corner of that space. And because of my connections in the entertainment industry and the people I knew and some of my peers in comedy, I knew a lot of people in entertainment, so I had a lot of access. And access gives you opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm very privileged for that. And so I used that to sort of craft my little area and do my own little thing within that space. And it's worked out.
I love
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where can I read some of your stuff?
You can read it every issue of Newsweek. I have 2, sometimes 3 features in each issue.
That's
And this is
fantastic.
probably the stupidest question, but Newsweek is still weekly.
It is.
right?
It
okay.
is.
Yes.
Yes, it is
Okay.
weekly.
Yes.
You can get
Okay.
it on your local newsstand. You can get it online. You can
Yes.
subscribe to the Parting Shot podcast where I do everything. They're just putting up videos of my chats now with stuff, so you'll see some chats there.
That's really
but
fun.
yeah,
That's
it's nice.
fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm proud of you.
Oh, well, thank you very
Happy-
much. Yeah.
Now I have did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Please.
The question of, so you grew up Mormon,
Yes.
and then you said you converted to Judaism.
Yes.
What was that like? How did that happen?
Well, so I always say that my first and last day of being Mormon was at my Mormon baptism. It was also the first day of being homosexual because
Wait, how old were you?
I was like 13. So Mormon boys get baptized
Ah.
later.
Right.
They can't
Right.
get baptized when they're born, but girls too. 'Cause
Right.
the kids are just later.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be able to make a decision, but it's like no one's making a decision. And
Making it for you.
Yeah, there's
right?
some. Yes,
Yeah.
you're forced into it.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of questions, which should have been the first sign that I was Jewish. And so they kept delaying my baptism over and over and over again. And then finally, when I was 13, they were like, my mom was like, would you just go through with it? And then I saw the missionary that would be helping me in my baptism, and ooh, he looked good. And so I said yes. And I went through the baptism process, like a whole year of stuff. And then when I was baptized in Mormonism, you have to wear this white sort of outfit, just the outfit.
Right.
And you have to be in like a holy water, and the elder says a prayer over you, and the missionary holds you and dunks you in the water and all that. But because it's like practical, we're in a bathtub basically, and you're surrounded, in a small room with your entire family, and everyone's just watching over you with 3 men in a bathtub. And not
Hi.
gay at all.
Sounds great.
Not gay at all. And so I had this older man, the elder, saying a prayer over me, and the younger man, who I was so attracted to, holding me. And then he dipped me into the water during the prayer. And the only thing I was thinking of was not Jesus, was not Brigham Young. It was that my head was next to his penis. And so I immediately things happened. I was 13. Things have been happening
wow.
downstairs. And so I got, whatever. And
Baptism boner.
Baptism boner, but not
Wow.
quite boner. Let's not get crazy here. You know what I mean?
Baptism
My boner had some
half-seas.
self-control. And so I got lifted and presented to my family in this white, clingy robe-like thing, hair for the first time. Everyone knows what's happening down there now. And I'm standing next to the man of my dreams and the daddy. And it was just too much. And so that was the
Wow.
last day I was Mormon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you approach this with your parents?
Well, I never really did. I mean, I kind of did when I was older, but when I went to college, I had taken some and I had Jewish friends in Chicago. And so like, there weren't many Jews. I mean, when in St. Louis, where I'm from, in my school, in my class at least, there were only 2 Jews that I knew of, and I went to one of their bar mitzvahs. It was the first time I knew I was funny too, was at his bar mitzvah, because my mom played a practical joke on me and said that they circumcised the boy at the bar mitzvah.
Oh.
And so I, being me, she knew I would do this, would to everybody and said, he's about to get circumcised. Like, we're all going to see him get circumcised.
Yeah.
And then I had psyched myself out. I had told so many people that I psyched myself out. So I went to his mother and I was like, I can't watch him get circumcised. I'm Mormon, but this is a great party. And then she took me by the hand to a table of women, all her age, middle-aged women. And she said, I want you to say exactly what you just said to me to these women. And they all burst
Your
up
mom
laughing.
said that?
No, his mother.
Okay.
And they all burst up laughing. And I was mortified. But at the same time, I was like, I got excited by the laughter.
You were funny.
And so that was all of that was an important moment. But then the Jewish thing, I had Jewish friends, and all the questions that I've been asking when I was Mormon were being answered through Judaism about the obsession with heaven and like all the crazy stuff that Christians love. And I'm just like, why are we living for like what happens after we die? It's like, that's pointless. So it never really jived with me, and all of it felt very Jewish, but it was when I was going through chemo and I had the time that I committed to converting to Judaism.
And how did mom and dad handle that?
They were okay with it. My mom's only concern was she didn't know how Jews felt about LGBTQ people, about gay people. And so she was worried about that.
Right.
I would think they're more
they're better than
better,
Mormons.
yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
So she quickly learned that.
Yeah.
And and then they were fine with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're very lucky.
I'm very lucky. I mean, one of the things that I learned in my conversion process, what I thought was so fascinating, was so many women, because when you're in a conversion class, it's mainly women or spouses who are getting married, who are converting for their spouse.
Yeah.
But then I found the other types were, I mean, no one was like me. Like, I was definitely an anomaly. But a lot of the other people were widows, women who had been married to men for a long time, who never could convert, who never could practice the faith that they felt that they were, and because of their spouse. And then when their spouse dies, they're finally able to lean in the direction that they have always felt that they were.
It's like a Kamala Harris ad.
Kind of, a little bit, yeah. And so there were a lot of women in there who were, previously Christian, who were converting to Judaism because their husband finally died.
Right, and now they're free.
It's hard.
And now they're free.
They're free.
I have a cousin she's probably about 30 years older than me, but in the 80s, she met a black man who was Muslim, and she converted and started wearing the hijab, and it threw my Irish Catholic family in the 80s for a loop.
I'm sure.
And it was just, it was so not...
But it's so powerful and meaningful. I mean, I'm not necessarily a religious person, but I'm a faithful person.
Yeah.
And I think when you commit to the community in which you feel you most belong, you have to do the things to show your commitment in the ways that make you feel like a valuable participant.
Yeah.
So
speaking of commitment, in your documentary, Latter Day Jew, you mentioned wanting...
where can I see that?
It's online. I think it's on Tubi now.
It's on Tubi?
Yeah, I think Netflix internationally, Tubi, at least if it still is, but Tubi here in the US.
I think I'm going to watch it tonight.
Yeah, let's watch
it.
Okay.
I think it's there. I don't even know anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was in
2017,
that's what I thought.
2018 is
So right before COVID.
Okay.
Actually, no, I think it came out 2019. I don't know.
Yeah.
They all blended.
It all
together.
blended. Before COVID, after COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. But you mentioned in the film talking about wanting a public... I called it brisk.
Yeah. I made a joke
today.
I made a joke about that. Yeah. About having a public. Yeah, you on the menu here that you have for this. Yeah, I just want to say he wrote public brisk.
Brisk.
Which I love. I support it.
That's my
I support it.
It's like the Arizona iced tea.
Yeah, but having a public brisk, I think that's lovely. I did have to go because I was already taken care of in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you do have to go get a little prick of blood.
Really?
Yeah. And you have the whole
from
the mole does the whole thing.
From the pee-pee.
Yeah, the pee-pee.
Oh, okay. Wait. So this is
Did
actually
we just say pee-pee?
Of the
pee-pee.
pee-pee. Yeah. Well.
Pee-pee.
Okay, so I went. So I spent all my summers on Long Island. I grew up in Texas. Spent all my summers.
Where in Texas?
Fort Worth.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
little town called Mansfield.
Yeah,
Wow. Mansfield, Texas.
You turned out right.
I know, right? Yeah. I've been here for like 16 years,
Okay,
so I claim LA.
Yeah.
But I spent all my summers on Long Island, and I went to a theater camp in Huntington, New York.
Okay.
And a lot of Jewish kids, and so from the age of 10, there was a lot of talk about circumcision.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking oh shit, this is coming for me. This
You're
is
not circumcised?
No. I
Oh.
didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I did like I had no idea. I pictured like this little melon baller that was going to be like taken to my penis and like scooped out.
Oh my
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
You know what I'm talking about with the Golden
Yes,
Girls?
I do.
I'll get the
Yes.
melon baller. Like, yeah. Do you know this?
Yes.
Wow.
I thought like in 2 years this is gonna come for me. It's gonna happen. I also thought I
Yeah.
was gonna get my period.
Oh.
But yeah, I just thought it
Wow.
was all coming for me.
I had a friend who, not for religious reasons, but he got circumcised as an adult.
Mm.
Can you imagine?
No.
No.
I cannot.
Isn't it like a lot of weight? Oh no, that's when you grow it back.
Wait?
That's
Oh,
when you grow it back.
You can't grow it back.
No,
That's a
you-
thing like deep in the internet. If
They,
you
well,
search
no,
for
they're
it.
doing the
Yeah.
thing where they
They can
stretch,
stretch it out.
They're not
Yeah.
really growing it
I
back.
go
You're just
balls.
moving the skin down.
Yeah.
It's like you need to stop. Everyone needs to calm. Gay internet needs to calm down.
It is the
Exactly.
internet.
It is too much.
So he did it in adulthood.
He did it in adulthood. Yeah.
Ah.
Isn't
That
that
had
crazy?
to be very painful.
I know. I don't understand it. I mean, he had his reasons. I don't judge. But he, ew. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I support it if it's something that's needed within your community, whatever.
you?
Like, do your
Yeah.
thing, do
Yeah.
you. But like, I wouldn't opt to it just for aesthetics
Right.
reasons, because
Right.
frankly, the other way is prettier. Did I ever tell you my time I pitched a show to Wendy?
Please tell me.
Yeah. So and her ex-husband.
Oh, Kevin.
Yes.
Kevin Sr.
I love Wendy Williams so much.
I
miss
love her.
every single day. You know who
She'll be
Wendy
back.
Williams is?
She'll be back.
I do, but I don't understand why you guys love her so much.
'Cause
You
we're
have to
gay.
understand the homosexual influence that Wendy Williams has
Yes.
had on an entire generation of homosexuals.
Yes.
Mainly just 10-year gap. There's a 10-year,
Yes.
20-year gap.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Bette Midler and Liza Minnelli.
It's different. It's
Okay.
different because like while Bette Midler and Liza Minnelli have actual talent, Wendy, similar to me, only has one talent, talking. And she did it in a way that was just so
So
different
Yeah.
and interesting, and she didn't have a filter, but it also, well, I guess I was gonna say it wasn't disrespectful, but it was sometimes
yeah.
disrespectful, and but yet that's what kind of made her endearing too, is that she was unfiltered and said the bad things sometimes.
Yeah.
And so she was incredible. So I pitched a show to her. We had like a true crime comedy show that I was pitching around, and they were in the space. They were in the true, because she had like a true crime show. Like,
Really?
Like she would narrate. So I don't know what she was doing.
Was this her production? The
Yes.
Debmar Mercury?
Yes.
Or-
And
okay.
so we went and we pitched, and it was wild. She didn't say
I
much,
bet.
but she liked my nails.
I bet she did.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
don't think she's really sick?
I
I
know
think-
she is. She is.
Oh, you think she's? I think there's maybe
I
something
think there's some
that
manipulation that's
that-
happening. She's being abused.
I don't think she belongs in a conservatorship.
I definitely don't think she
Yeah.
wants a conservatorship, but I do think she is sick. I mean, listen, we all have our problems,
Right.
and
Sure.
some of them get more severe than others, but it doesn't mean you have to be like completely incapacitated.
So who's in charge
yeah.
of her?
Some
A
lady.
judge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Some person.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not turning my back to you. Some
No, you're
person.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's this person? Is
A
it
judge,
it's
an
like
appointed
just
judge
Court
by the
selected.
state.
Yeah.
I think it was by the state, right?
I think so.
I don't know how it all worked, but yeah, a judge, basically.
I mean, she's fighting it right now. She
Yeah.
has this like hot. He's not hot.
Is
He has
hot?
this like burly Italian lawyer. I know he's burly.
Oh, I love
He's
an
a-
Italian. There is just something about an Italian. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
you're telling Phyllis.
I mean, come on, Phyllis.
You know what's
How many
fu-
Italian men have you been with in your life that you like? What's your top 3 Italian men? Go.
I've only been with one Italian man.
One Italian.
Really?
Tell me more.
No, you know
How
what?
much back hair did he
almost,
have?
it's almost incestuous to me because I have so many male Italian cousins.
Can we talk about The Sopranos?
Oh, yes, we could talk about this.
What fantasy do you have of Tony Soprano on top of you?
None.
None? Because let me tell you, I'm Tony Soprano is not my type. Let me just say that right now. He's not my type. I'm more of like a Robert De Niro type Italian.
Okay.
That said, I don't think, is he even Italian? Is Robert De Niro Italian?
Yeah, he's
He is
Sicilian.
Italian.
He's got it,
Oh,
yeah.
he's Sicilian. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
is he?
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know. I thought maybe he's like the secret Irish Italian.
No,
you know what I
no.
mean?
Yeah.
He's
but-
too mean.
Yeah. But when I watched The Sopranos during chemo, actually, for the first time, I'd always put it off because my stepdad, who's Italian, Sicilian, loved it so much. And I was like, that's not a show for me. It's a bunch of straight dudes killing each other or whatever. I'm not going to like this show. And then I started watching it.
It's very good. Very well written.
Oh my God. But more than that, the way that Tony Soprano made me feel in my loins, it wasn't even how he looked. It was just how he carried himself. It was just the persona. I just wanted him to strangle me. You know what I mean? Like I wanted him, but then like just hold. I don't know. It's just
he was.
Isn't that so interesting? How like you can have a crush on someone just like by the way.
It has nothing to do with how they look.
Yeah,
Everything about their persona.
Yeah,
there was a high school football coach.
the energy
at my high school
Italian?
growing up. He must have been. I mean,
well, what was his last name?
we're gonna bleep this. His last name was. So it was
That's not
French.
Italian.
No, it's
No,
French.
it's
It
not
wasn't
French.
Italian at all.
Yeah.
And I just said it like that. He didn't
Don't
actually.
do the French. No offense, but don't do the French.
So his last name was.
Waste of time.
Yeah. So, but I
Been
had the
there,
biggest crush
done
on
that.
him.
Yes. Yeah. Move on from that.
But
Italians, though, keep them for the stories. Because when they sweat, you get drunk.
Mike.
You you literally I mean, you feel things.
That's how I feel around Phyllis.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So only one Italian man.
Yeah. One.
Really? And you've had more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just it just felt incestuous. I have so many like.
Well, you don't have to date your brother.
No, we don't have to. I don't have to date my brother or my 20 male
No, I get
cousins.
it. I get it.
I liked and I love blonde, blue eyes.
Wait, but who was the one Italian?
I don't want to say his name.
But what is he
Benito
like?
Mussolini.
What?
What was he
Benito
like? What did he
Mussolini.
look like? How did he make you feel?
Not great.
No,
Really?
oh,
No.
that's sad.
No.
Yeah, I will say. I'm not generalizing here, but none of them lasted. You know what I mean? Like the Italians in my life didn't last, but
Yeah.
they were memorable. But they didn't last. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever dated an Italian?
You must have, or gone on a date or something.
I don't think I have.
You've never seen an Italian swoop up a thing of spaghetti.
No, but that sounds great.
Oh my God. the
That's why
way-
you have to
I
see The
don't-
Godfather.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
know.
Oh.
Jake kind of looks Italian.
Yeah, he could pass as an
Yeah,
Italian.
he could be like Greek or Italian.
Yeah, not the same
You've met
thing.
Jake. It's not the
Yes,
same.
it's not the
It's
same
not the
thing.
same.
No, it's not the same.
There is
But-
something about an Italian on top of you. That just,
Well, I'm very attracted. Well,
Well,
with-
Phyllis, I
well,
mean, you're single.
there you go.
I love, what's his name? God, why am I blanking out?
What's
the,
he in?
The deaf or the blind singer,
Oh.
Andrea Bocelli.
yes.
Stevie Wonder.
Have you ever seen his son?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is so handsome.
Yeah.
Is he?
Oh my!
Can he see though?
Yes, he can
Okay,
see.
good.
He can see.
Good for him.
And he's
Good.
young. He's young.
Good. Good.
But he's like a Greek god. He's
I always
beautiful.
thought hooking up with
Ah.
a blind person would be good. Right?
He's
Is
very-
Is
Oh,
he
you're looking him up
hot?
right
Jill,
now?
can we see him?
Yes, he's very
Can you zoom
handsome.
in?
Yeah. Bring him over.
Bring him
Get
over.
on camera.
This is Jill,
Get on
everyone.
camera. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
So Italian men. Speaking of Italian men,
Yeah.
I recently watched the episode of The Golden Girls
Oh.
where Miles is revealed to actually be Nicholas Carbone.
Yes. Oh my god.
Nicholas
Which
who?
Nicholas
Nicholas
Carbone.
Carbone. He was in the witness protection
Oh,
program.
yeah.
The whole thing. I hated that.
I hated it.
There are a few things about the Golden Girls, very few things about the Golden Girls that I hate. It's the empty nest bottle episode that they had, or that not bottle, episode,
Yawn.
but when
Yeah.
they tried the spinoff.
Yes.
And then they completely retooled it, and Rita Moreno ended an episode by saying, "Never die."
That was an awful.
I
Wait,
didn't understand
That's
it.
Rita Moreno
Yes.
Yes.
playing the wife?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize
Oh,
that.
girl.
Oh, I
Yes.
realized that. Okay, I realize it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay,
Rita
so
Moreno.
terrible episode.
Terrible episode.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And then that when Miles,
Well,
and
didn't he go away as Amish?
well, yeah, he went into hiding and then had snuck back to kiss Rose as Amish. Yes.
Wait, really?
Remember
Yes.
he had the thing, he had the whole thing. I mean, it was like one episode, but he
Right.
had like the thing. He came back as an Amish outfit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
finish the story, but I think I'm in a different part of the rewatch where maybe I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, maybe,
But-
yeah. I mean, because that's definitely maybe even in the last season.
Okay.
But he was in the witness protection program, and he had to run away because the guy, the killer,
cheese
the
man.
cheese man, was
Yeah.
back, and all the things. And it just, I mean, Miles in general, I
Yeah.
think was bad for Rose.
So do
Didn't
I.
need him.
I don't
Didn't
like.
need
We
him.
didn't
Yeah.
need Miles. He did
Yeah.
bad things. He just was not. He was actually kind of mean
And
Yeah.
cheap.
and cheap.
He was so
He
cheap.
was so cheap.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
would get the donuts the day late.
Yes.
Yeah, he was
Yes.
very cheap.
And that goes to the restaurant
Yes,
for the things.
yeah.
for
You
the
guys are stands. I
Yeah,
don't know this
no.
donut.
Oh, I
yeah,
love-
no.
yeah.
Like Miles, just was not. Miles is only good in Freaky Friday, the actor. Like, I mean, he's been in other things too.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good as the grandpa on Freaky Friday.
Right.
That said, Miles irrelevant for me. The men on the Golden Girls, of course, there's Dorothy's son Michael, which is just like.
Yeah.
But besides that, of the men that like
he's like 22.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who were like the actor was like probably
And
like 30.
Yeah.
Remember when he married the elderly
Oh yes,
black
yes.
woman?
Yeah.
And
Lorraine.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
his
That episode
mother
was
was
off
not
Hulu.
happy. You're not
No,
marrying any
I loved
skinny
that
white boy.
episode.
And
I love that.
Yeah, that
That was
episode.
the episode that was
But-
off Hulu for a while.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and it's back now.
Yeah. But Stan, I think Stan. I have such a soft spot for
So
Stan.
do I.
I mean,
Speaking of
hand-selected
Italians,
Yeah.
by
like,
B. Arthur.
I mean, the actor Herb is just
Yeah.
like Herb Edelman is just amazing. But
he
beyond
was
that,
in what's the one with Jane Fonda and Robert Redford? The roof.
Barefoot in the Park.
Yes.
Yes.
You're so good.
Yeah.
He was in. He was.
He's
in
also in a lot of episodes. There's a great. Do you watch Murder She Wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of episodes of Murder She Wrote where, of course, Golden Girls actors did
Yeah.
Murder
Right.
She Wrote a lot. Did
Yeah.
Murder She Wrote. And there's one episode where it's like all of Dorothy's men. It's him. It's another guy she dated that I forget his name, and then it's the Jerry Orbach.
Yes.
And they
Jerry-
all were in the same episode.
Oh, I
Wow.
love that.
Yeah.
So the men were just kind of like side thing, like
on Golden Girls.
yeah, that's kind of how I feel about
Oh,
them
they were
too. And it
always
sounds like
side
you,
thing.
yeah, they
Yeah.
just even Miles, like he was
Stan
there for
is the
so
fifth
long.
Golden Girl.
Stan
Yeah.
is Stan is the
fifth
only
Golden
one,
Girl.
the only
He-
one. Yeah,
I have a soft spot for Stan.
Yeah.
I think he was perfect.
And his relationship with Sophia
Yes.
was cute.
yes,
I'm on the
yes.
episodes right now.
And the last
so
episode was Stan. He's driving the limo.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, I know. We're in a
That
rewatch
wedding
right
dress
now.
though was
Oh
awful.
my god, the
With-
toilet paper wedding
yes.
dress? Yes, yes, I
That's
know.
exactly
It's
what-
the toilet paper
Yeah.
rolls. That's all it was. You know how many drag queens have recreated that? Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Why do we know why she chose to leave the show?
Well, yes. So B. Arthur had spoken pretty openly about it, that she was just done, and she had wanted to leave. I think at the beginning, there's an episode with Debbie Reynolds, and it's been told that Debbie Reynolds was brought in to test to see if what the audience would think of, because B. Arthur wanted to leave. She was done, and she's done that. She did it with Maude. She's
Yeah.
done it before.
She did 7 for both of them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so she just felt that she was done. And of course, the show was still a hit.
Yeah.
And so the other end, God love Betty White, but she never said no to anything. And so she wanted the work. She always wanted to work. And so they wanted to keep going. And that's how Golden Palace came about.
Yeah.
But Golden Palace, the NBC
Bombed, didn't it?
Yes, it bombed when it eventually got on CBS, but NBC dropped it. So they
Yeah.
initially greenlit it, and then they dropped it,
Yeah.
and then CBS picked it up, and it went on, but it didn't make it a full
It
season.
was
Well, it's
one
like
season,
Fri-
right?
it's
Yeah.
like
Or not
Didn't
Friends.
even
full?
make it a full season.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
I
it
don't
made
It's
it
a
a full
shame
season.
to not get a finale
I know.
in that.
But it's
same-
like
yeah.
when one person, like if one person left Friends, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one of the
And it's
few
also-
shows that
it's
kept
like,
its cast.
Take the Seinfeld approach. I
Yeah.
always think that, like, go out on top. Go out
Yeah.
the best. That way, everyone remembers you as perfect, and just let it be what it is.
I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
that show.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah,
Love
I think
Seinfeld?
it's.
Yeah.
I watch
think
it
it's a
every
smart-
night.
I think it's a smart thing to go out on.
Yeah.
Like, just,
I agree.
you don't need to extend it forever. That's why, like, whenever like I do my shows in LA, people always ask, like, why aren't you doing a monthly? Why aren't you doing a thing? And I'm like, because I don't want people to get bored of me.
You told me
Yeah.
I took this to heart the night we met. You mentioned this, and
Yeah.
I will always remember that.
People
like,
see
just-
enough of me on the internet.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't need to.
I mean,
see,
I don't see
I don't
enough
need
of
to
you.
beg you to come to a show every single month. Wait 5-6 months. You'll see me. It's
Yeah.
fine, and
Yeah.
then you'll want to see me again in another 6 months.
You know who
Right.
I'm kind of getting sick of seeing?
Who?
And I know you're going to attack me
Oh,
for
No,
this.
please. I think I'm probably going to agree.
Here we go.
Nicole Kidman.
Oh, I disagree.
She's in everything. She's in everything.
No, I do. I will say this: Nicole Kidman does need to calm down
She does.
because I love her to death.
I do too.
And God bless her for the practical magic too. Thank
Right.
you.
Yes.
But like, there is a moment of, do I need to see you on another Hulu show?
Mm,
I don't think so.
Right.
Like,
Everything.
you're not struggling.
Right.
No,
You know.
Right.
You know, I think she's definitely doing perhaps too much.
Yeah.
But I think the poster child for like saying yes to everything, speaking of Betty White,
Mm.
is Jennifer Lopez. To do a
Oh,
cop show and to be
yeah.
a judge on
Yeah.
and to do a document, like she just.
But the difference
does so
between Nicole
much.
and Jennifer is that Nicole is a legitimate movie star.
Absolutely,
And she
yes.
just says yes because she's so goddamn talented.
yes,
Jennifer is always chasing stardom.
right.
Yes, she is.
Every project she does
Yeah.
is another begging for,
Yes.
like, I want to be relevant. I
Yeah.
wanna And Nicole's
Yes.
not worried about being relevant.
No.
She's
No.
just talented.
You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I'm
you're
sick
absolutely
of
right.
her.
Yeah.
I
You're sick of who?
Jennifer
Jennifer
Yeah, me
Lopez,
too.
but not quite as
Yeah.
sick as.
No, because I'm not sick of Nicole because I respect her. She's a
You're
great
just sick of
actress. But
seeing her so
yeah,
much.
like
Yeah.
just
And that's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah, relax a little
you know, what is it? Distance makes the heart grow fonder, whatever
Right,
the phrase
right.
is. Like that's how I
Yeah.
maintain my own
Yeah.
persona in terms of even going out and stuff. Like I always say, like I'm only going out unless there's a microphone in front of me or I'm getting paid. Like
Right.
those are the only two things I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna go out and hang out. I'm not that person.
Are you
Right.
a homebody?
I'm very much a homebody.
Yeah.
But I also
Is your partner as well?
yeah, so very much so. I
Mm.
mean, to the point where he doesn't even want to like travel places. Like, I mean, we're very much homebody people, but also too because like I feel like as a creative, if you see me on stage and you don't see me for a long time, it makes it more exciting.
Yes.
It makes it more original. You don't remember the things I've said because I
Yes.
repeat myself.
Right.
You don't like, you know what I mean? Like it
Right, right.
becomes fresh and new and interesting and different and
That makes
and it makes you
sense.
be like, remember a couple years ago when I saw this thing? And then
Yeah.
it's not like you've seen it every month, so you're old, you're
Right.
sick of me. You know?
Right.
I
As much as
agree.
I hate to admit it, if I saw Beyonce every night,
Yeah.
I'd probably
You'd be bored.
I'd get a little bored.
It would be less exciting.
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah.
exciting.
But like once every 3 years, oh my
Cool.
God, it's like it's the biggest night of the year.
Exactly.
Biggest night of the year.
Yes, totally.
Never seen her.
I don't do live music.
Oh really?
I hate
Why?
concerts. Live music is just it's better on the album. Anyway.
How do you feel about live bands at weddings?
I literally when I was single and I had a dating profile, I always said if you have an acoustic guitar, we're not a match. Like no, do not sing to
Yeah.
me. Do not take
Oh,
me
I
to any
hate
sort of like
that.
small
Yeah.
concert where some indie band is.
No.
Fuck off.
No.
I don't want any of it. It never sounds
Yeah.
good. The music is always too loud,
Yep.
and someone is annoying.
Yeah, I dated a lot of like actors before I met my partner Jake. I dated a lot of actors, and this is part of being in LA.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys who would just start singing
No.
out of nowhere.
No.
And
While
it is
you're on a date?
such a
No.
turn off.
When
Yeah,
you're
like,
on a
such
date?
oh wow, your garage has great acoustics. And
Oh,
like,
God.
no.
The only thing we want you to do in the garage is fix something or take off your pants.
Right.
Like I don't need any.
See,
don't
and Jake,
sing.
Jake does one of the. Well,
There you
he
go.
does both, I
There you
guess. But he
go.
fixes stuff. And I
Yes.
could never.
Wait, somebody
Yeah.
just starts singing on a date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This happened with multiple guys.
Really?
Multiple
I
guys.
would never.
It's just it's an ick. It's a turn off.
I had a guy get angry at me when I said I don't like music because I don't. Like. I'm
Really?
not someone to listen to music. I mean, I like music. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can tell. Like I listen. I hear it. But like, but I don't. I'm an audiobook person.
Okay.
I listen to audiobooks all the time or podcasts,
Yes.
but I'm mainly audiobooks, and I just that's what I.
Do you read too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
I can tell.
Like ferociously.
Yeah.
I
can
heard
tell.
you talk recently about Barbara Streisand's memoir.
Oh my God,
And
that
how it took you
changed
8
me.
months.
900
Took me
900 pages.
Yes, but the thing is, it took me 8 months because I didn't want it to end. I loved. There were moments where she would be talking about like, and then my mother passed away, and at the funeral we had a spread, and it had cream cheese and chives and bagels.
You sound like
and
her.
it was like pages of food. It would go from a serious item to her writing about food for 7 pages, and I lived for every second of it. There was one moment. Mirror Has Two Faces. You seen it? You
Say that
need to
again?
see it. Mirror Has Two Faces. Barbara
No.
Streisand. You
Yeah.
gotta
No, no,
see
no.
it. It's one of her best films.
Okay.
But in my opinion, but there's a moment the character is called Rose, and it's right around when she met James Brolin, and so she's talking about her life, and she was like, the filming was chaotic and everything, but at the end of The Mirror Has Two Faces, Rose got the guy, and I got the guy.
Yeah.
Chapter end.
Yep.
Chapter end. And it was just like, get it, Barbara.
Yep.
Get it. Oh.
And they're still together.
They're
Which
still together.
Yeah.
Imagine that sex.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
And he's so handsome.
He's so handsome. She doesn't sweat at all.
She doesn't sweat at
No,
all.
she doesn't have to do anything. She just lays
Just
there.
like
She just
just a
lays there. She's
starfish.
probably snacking on something.
So handsome.
She's just
But I've
snacking on
always heard her
something.
say that she has to mind her tongue because she could be a typical New Yorker.
Mm.
Well, she talks about that in the book.
Yeah.
That she doesn't have, like, she says a thing where James Brolin is very much like affable and funny
Right.
and whatever. And if she doesn't think something's funny or doesn't get why something's funny, instead of just laughing along with everyone, she says, well, I always say, what's funny about that?
Right.
And it's like awkward.
Right.
Yeah.
But
But it's honest.
But this is what I say about people like that, creatives like that, artists like that. I think of her. I think of like Lady Gaga, any of the great artists, and that they have to be weird. They
Mm.
have to be confrontational. They have to be outside the norm of what we do with pleasantries because they don't they're not in the same realm as
Right.
regular people.
They're in a
and
different
they're-
vibration.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
not worried about making you feel happy. They're
Right.
worried about their creative
Right,
process.
right.
And yeah, it's arrogant, but it's like, sorry, they're geniuses.
Right.
Let them be
Yeah.
that way.
Right.
I don't want
Yeah.
to go to brunch with Lady Gaga.
Right.
I want to watch her on a stage.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to I do want to sit around with Barbara Streisand.
I
but
actually, I
that's
would
so
go to
nice.
brunch
Yes.
with Lady Gaga.
yeah. Oh no, the picture keeps
Oh no.
the
This is
Mark
what,
Wahlberg's
Wahlberg?
dick
Yeah.
keeps the power of Mark Wahlberg's dick. It's not big.
Well, this was so fun.
Thank you for having
you
me.
so
You're
much
hilarious.
for being
Well, thank
here.
you.
Where can we
So are
follow
you.
you? Where can we find you?
H. Allen Scott on everything.
H.
Google.
Allen's. Oh, I'll do it after
Yeah.
we're-
Yeah. Yeah. H. Allen Scott on everything. Newsweek, Parting Shot podcast, out on Lanai, Golden Girls podcast. Yeah. But H. Allen Scott will get you everything.
Everything.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're
Thank
very-
you so much
you're
for
very-
being here.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you're funny
you.
and interesting and handsome.
I feel
well, thank
inspired.
you.
Yeah,
just
I
by
love
talking
your
to you.
hair,
Thank
and
you.
I'm so glad you're past your
Thank you.
cancer. And yeah, you're
Thank
you're
you for
you're,
having me. I've
you're a
had so
beautiful
much
soul. Oh,
fun.
you're so
Lovely. This
fun.
is so
And then
fun.
you need to go see The Godfather.
I
I'll
forgot.
watch
My
it
God,
tonight.
I'm
I'll watch it
so
tonight.
offended.
I know.
I am
Oh,
too.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Hey Philistines, thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. For more Filling in Phyllis, follow us on social media. That's at Filling in Phyllis on Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok. Also check out our YouTube where you can find full episodes, bonus content, and so much more. While you're at it, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment wherever it is that you're watching or listening. That's a huge help for us as we get this podcast off the ground. Thank you so much for listening.
We love you. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.